Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Creatrix here. And I hope this video is finding you very, very well because there is a very special message that I'm going to convey in this video. Somebody needs to hear the truth again because I put this message in another video that I had done when I first started my channel. And I do feel like people didn't really get to grasp the essence, the true feel of what the message is. One, because I don't feel like enough people saw it. So the Most High really wants me, I've been channeling the Most High, and it wants me to convey this message to y'all once again. Okay? And that message is that no prayer, no thought that you have, that you speak out of your mouth, goes unmanifested. Everything you ask for, you wish for, you get. Your thoughts and your words are literal portals. There are doors that open up when you have thoughts and when you say things out loud or even in your mind. You open up. That's why words and thoughts are spells, because you open up portals with those thoughts. Okay? And the reason why some of us may succumb to the illusion of believing that our prayers are going unanswered or our thoughts are going unnoticed or unanswered is because once that portal is open, it is up to us to walk through them, okay? It's giving me the energy of this joke that I heard. I think it was on Facebook or something, and it's about this guy he's stuck on a piece of wood in the middle of a flood with no other way out, right? And he prays to God. He said, please, God, please help me get out of this situation. And so, after 20 minutes, a guy on a rowboat comes by and he says, hey, you can join me on my rowboat and I can row us to safety. And the guy goes, no, I talked to God. He said that he's going to help me. The guy on the boat goes, okay. And he goes past, right? So the guy keeps praying, like, please God, please help me, please help me. And then another guy in a boat comes by and the guy says, hey, you look like you need help. Like, I'm going to safety. Do you want to hop in my boat? And the guy once again says, no, God is already helping me. I have full faith that God is going to help me. So then the guy goes to heaven, right? So you can imagine the guy on the piece of wood, he ended up unaliving, right? And he gets to heaven and he gets to ask God himself, why didn't you help me when I asked for help when I was, on the verge of death? And God was like, man, I sent you two boats and you denied both of them. Like, what was I supposed to do? So it's giving me that kind of vibe, okay? Some of you out there, you feel you're manifesting, you're doing all the things that I have told you or that you've heard other people say, or you read the book, The Secret, or you read other books about manifestation and you're doing your little spells and your work and doing all that, but you feel like you're not getting anywhere, right? And even if you're putting action to your spell work and your manifestation rituals, even if you're putting action to it, or you feel like you're putting action to it, you feel like it's not bearing any fruit, that it's not progressing you forward, right? And this is because the illusion there's an illusion of an expectation that we have based on how society has raised us, based on what we have been groomed to believe. Okay, what has been implanted within us to believe is the way that manifestation should go, right? But the thing is that the way that the universe and the Most High and your spirit guides are going to manifest things for you is the best way possible. And the way that manifestation is going to come in for you is also going to help you maintain said manifestation, right? The way that you're going to receive the manifestation is through the lessons and the work through healing and growing and experience that you're going to receive before you actually receive the manifestation, if that makes sense, right? So, let's say you're trying to manifest $1 million and you're putting in the work, you've created the avenues of making the money, right? You're doing the marketing and you've started your own business, you're doing marketing, you're doing this, you're doing that, you got products to sell, but it's moving slow, right? other than the fact that it is taking time, there might be things that you need to learn in the process of your manifestation that's going to help you not only receive the manifestation, but also to help you maintain it once you receive it, right? This pathway might not be conventional. It might not be conventional. It might not be what you're expecting. Okay, and that's because the lessons that you need to learn are going to come to you in a way that is tailored to you. All right, so if you're expecting that a path that you imagine you're going to get to $1 million out there because it worked for somebody else is your path, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. And some of us, because we force a path, right? We walk through a portal that wasn't for us, right? We asked for $1 million, that portal opened up, but the portal looked different. It didn't look the way that we expected, so we were too afraid to walk down that portal, walk through that portal. So instead, we forced a illusion portal, right? And then when we stepped through that portal, it didn't give us the results that we asked for, right? But so-and-so walked through that portal and they did it their way. Well, they probably had a different set of lessons that they needed to learn and an exercise that they need to go through, a test that they need to go through in order to be able to receive the manifestation. Do you get what I'm saying? So then we fall victim to the idea of, damn, that manifestation technique didn't work, right? The Most High didn't hear me. The universe didn't hear me. I'm doing something wrong. My magic is weak. Or all of this shit is a bunch of hullabaloo, michikaboo, bippity boppity boo, like all this shit is not real. When in actuality, this shit is very real and it's instant. It's instant. So the real difference between a master manifester and somebody who is just consider themselves not to be magical at all, it's just that the master manifester has the courage, has the guts, has the wherewithal to be able to blaze a trail, right? How many of us, we've heard of these people that have created something out of nothing, like all of these miraculous people or miraculous miracles that happen for certain people, and they have a story to tell, right? And sometimes we want to embody those stories, we want to copy and paste those stories, but those stories aren't ours. They're merely inspiration, right? Someone that's coming to mind is J.K. Rowling. I don't know about y'all, but I was a big Harry Potter fan back in the day. Still am. I love Harry Potter. But have you ever heard of J.K. Rowling's story? The fact is that before she even wrote, or in the process while she was writing the Harry Potter books, she was like a single mom. You know, she was getting eviction notices, her bills were piling up, she didn't know how she was going to feed her family, she was struggling, and she wrote this Harry Potter book, right? In my previous video, I talked about how when the spiritual attack is the heaviest, right? When the spiritual tests start piling up, that's when you focus and when you motivate yourself and you focus on your goals the most, right? When you have those reins on, when you have those blinders on, right? That's the moment when the portal opens up for you to walk through. That's actually signifying that a portal is approaching when things get the toughest, all right? When you have the most reason to feel anxious and depressed, when you push through that energy and you do what you're supposed to do and you create, you build a foundation and you're creating your empire, that's when your empire is just gonna take off, because that's what those books did for her. She went from single mom, broke, busted, anxious, worried, to billionaire, right? She's a freaking billionaire off these books, and children everywhere love these books. Adults love these books. The Harry Potter the Harry Potter saga is gonna go down in history. People are never gonna forget her name. People are never gonna forget the Harry Potter story. Look at the big ass franchise that exists because this woman decided that F it, it can't get any worse. You know, so everything is always working for our benefit, yet it may not seem like it, right? And somebody out there, I'm picking up that you're facing eviction. Somebody out there is facing eviction, and you know what? Your guides, even if you haven't asked for this, but some of you could have, asked your guides for a situation in which you didn't have to pay rent ever again, or your guides want that for you. Okay, and in this realm, the way that it currently is in the earth realm, in the secondary matrix, that's very unconventional. That's very weird. Unless you like buy unless you're into real estate and you have houses or you have people paying rent for your mortgage and stuff like that, like you know that system of real estate where like maybe you live in a duplex or a triplex or something like that, and you have other people paying for your rent or your mortgage. Like, it's pretty much everywhere you go, you're gonna have to pay for rent unless you live in the cuts in the middle of nowhere, right? Like in nature or something. And even then, like, people aren't just gonna let you live out here. Like, that's just the way the realm is at this moment. So what you're gonna have to do in order to allow the manifestation to come in is you're gonna have to walk through a portal, through a path that is very, very different, very narrow, very, people, it's a path that people don't even think of, let alone walk down. You know what I'm saying? So at that moment that you said, I don't ever want to pay rent again, your guys were like, all right, bet. We already see a plan. A, B, C, D, bam. But you have to do A, B, C, D. You just have to do A, B, D. And they're making it very easy for you. They're guiding you on this journey. It's not anything crazy that you got to do, but you have to be able to show up. That's what I'm getting, is like, just show up. We will tell you where to go, how to go, when to go. Just show up. It's kind of like you are the physical representation of them in this reality, right? It's kind of like people see you, your physical body, but there's actually a thousand entities and spirits around you all the time, guiding you. It's just that nobody sees them, right? And this realm purposely is made that way. Okay, we only see certain wavelengths on purpose, right? That's the way the game is, because it gives a little edge to it, right? When you can't see who's helping, you can only see the people who are right in front of you. You can only see the physical beings that are right in front of you, right? So what I'm getting is that your manifestation and your dreams are not too crazy to manifest. As soon as you think about it and say it and mean it and want it, the portal has already formed. You just need to walk through it, right? This means that people who feel racially subjugated, third world countries that feel bullied, that feel that, they've been taken advantage of, Kemet, original people from Kemet whose artifacts have been stolen, right? And they're dead. Their ancestors have been mutilated in the name of science. Whatever you want, you can have. You want those things back. You want the bodies of your ancestors back. You want the artifacts back. You want to have a good economic standing. You have been racially subjugated and you want to be respected and treated correctly. It's already happened. The portal's already been created, but you're not walking through it. You're not ready. You're not ready. And all of the resistance that you are clinging onto, that you're exhibiting, is causing the universe to mirror that resistance back to you. And that's why the shitty hole that we're in gets deeper and deeper and deeper, right? And that's not to judge anybody. I'm just simply highlighting the truth here, okay? So I don't care who you are, what you are, when you are, how you are. Whatever you want, whatever you're asking for, whatever you want the universe to mirror back to you, you can have. You just have to be willing to take the path in order to get it. And it's really not that difficult. It's not as scary. That's why fear is such an amazing illusion, because you can literally ask for something and the universe creates that opening for you, and you yourself will choose not to go through it. You yourself will choose not to go through with it. Nobody can stop you. That is the illusion. Nobody is attacking you. Nobody's spiritually attacking you. Like, people can spiritually attack you, but no one is really controlling you. No one is can really force you to do anything. Nobody can really hurt you unless you give them permission to. Okay? So this is part of remembering who we are as magical beings, all right? I'm talking about mystical, magical, powerful, all-powerful beings, okay? This is part of what we need to learn. Just like the Bible said, what are they in Genesis? God said, let there be light, and there was light. We all have that power. Our words are our actual magic. Our voice, our throat chakra is so important, right? All of our chakras are important and necessary in our manifestation process, but especially our throat chakra, because that is how our throat and crown chakra is what I'm getting, right? Your thoughts can manifest your voice, right? Your voice resonates with the universe. What you ask for is what you get. All right. And that's why when people can spiritually attack you with their voice, with their thoughts, that's why evil eye is so important, because people can literally manifest things at you. People can literally send you energy with their voice and their thoughts. But the thing is that, and I love this part about Harry Potter, like J.K. Rowling said this in Harry Potter, right? And there's a part, one of the parts in Harry Potter where the Muggle mayor of London or something figured out that there's actually witches and wizards, right? And I think one of the good wizards came and visited him to let him know that Voldemort is loose or something like that. And the mayor was like, Voldemort's loose? Well, aren't you guys like magical or something? Can't you just catch him with magic? Like, isn't that what y'all do? But the wizard said, yeah, but the problem is that they have magic too. The bad side has magic too. Like, everybody has magic, right? And so it's the same thing. Even though people are spiritually attacking you, even though they're sending you, negative thoughts and negative vibrations and gossiping about you, which is sending you energy, they're pulling on your energy. You have, it's a battle of magic. You have the same amount of magic, if not more magic, than these people. So you can create a force field. You can, I don't recommend this, but you can send that energy back. Or even better, you can alley-oop that energy and transmute it into something else, into something beautiful. That's what an alchemist does, okay? And just as we can be spiritually attacked by our thoughts and by people's voice, or people can spiritually attack us through their thoughts and their voice, we can also defend ourselves through our thoughts and our voice, right? That's why it's very, very important that we think about, really, that we make sure that we're being intentional with what we say, okay? When it comes to thoughts, the realm of thoughts, because we are clear channels, we are constantly receiving thoughts and energies from other people. So I don't ever judge my own thoughts. I don't ever claim my own thoughts, even if they're really good ones. Even if I have really good ideas, I know that it's not my thought, because I've worked really hard to become a clear channel. So I can't discriminate and say, oh, all of the really good thoughts I have are really mine, and all the bad ones, oh, they're weirdo people that I'm just picking up on around me. No, I can't say that. I am a clear channel. Whenever I feel a good feeling, I'm like, oh, okay, somebody is feeling good. Whenever I feel a really shitty feeling, oh, somebody is not feeling very good, because I've worked really hard to become a clear channel. I'm an observer in my own life, right? And that's a balanced type of energy to be in. And not everybody might want that, and that's okay. Not everybody might want that, and that's fine. However, when it comes to what you say, we are in control of what we say and what we accept as our thoughts, what we claim, right? Most of the thoughts I have, I don't claim. But when I feel a good thought that aligns, or when I sense and hear a good thought that aligns with my focus, right? Like, for example, if I'm trying to build my body, if I'm trying to make it into the gym every day, and I have a thought that says, it's time to go to the gym right now because it's the perfect time to go, then I am going to grasp onto that thought and use it to my advantage. But if I hear a thought that says, damn, today I really don't feel like doing anything because, I just don't feel like it, I'm like, oh, that's not my thought, because it really isn't. It really isn't my thought. That thought does not serve me, and it's not my thought. So when I get a thought that serves me, I use it. I take it to my advantage. Okay? So this is really inside information right here. This is like the juice, the sauce that I'm giving y'all, the secret sauce that I'm giving y'all. And it's up to you to apply it, just like it's up to you to walk through the portals that you're manifesting, right? Another thing that I'm getting is that just because you've manifested one thing and you walk through that portal and you've received it, do not stop manifesting. Even when you reach a place in your life where you feel like, wow, I have everything I want, I'm okay in life, things are great, keep manifesting, keep wanting more, keep wanting more. Be greedy, all right? Be greedy. Keep going. The dreams that you had as a child, the thoughts that you had, through your childhood, in your adulthood, believe that those things can happen. Do not give up. If you want to fly, fly, like, you create that portal and walk through it, because you can get there. Anything that you can imagine. You want to walk on water? Create that portal. You want $1 billion, $1 trillion? Create that portal. But remember, like I said, the bigger the manifestation, the narrower the path will be. So you have to keep in mind that your path is not going to be conventional. But as long as you're obedient to your spirit guides, the Most High of the universe, and you're able to release the resistance, you will be able to walk that path to do literally anything. You will become a magician. You will be doing real magic, right? And some of y'all might be sitting there not believing, like, walk on water, fly, this and that. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. And our ancestors have done it, all right? I'll give you a great example of something that you cannot deny. The pyramids that you can see with your physical eyes, with, I think the bricks that they use are like 4 tons or some crazy shit like that. 4-ton bricks, or is it 2-ton? I'm not sure, look it up. But these bricks, how can any animal, person carry those bricks up, all the way to the top of that pyramid? Not only that, the pyramid is specifically designed in such a way that they would have known the specific coordinates, right? The specific coordinates of the planet, all the way back then in those ancient times. Like, the pyramids align with certain planetary alignments. They align with the moon on some different days of the year, of the cycle. The pyramid is just amazing, and to this day is unexplainable by the so-called top scientists, and they have all their theories, but they cannot figure it out still to this day. It's an anomaly to them. It's extraterrestrials, it's aliens, right? But the thing is that our ancestors understood the power of being a master manifester and having the courage and bravery in order to take the path that you wish. Like, you want to invent something crazy, something new, something hard-hitting, right? That's going to change the way that this world operates from here on out. You have to be willing to go through that path. You have to be willing to open up that portal and walk through it. And it might look totally different. You might not. Okay, let's say you want to invent something that's technological, right? Your guides might open up that portal and say, yeah, start meditating every day for 5 minutes. And you're like, what? Meditating? No, I need to go back to school and learn engineering or take robotics or something like that, right? And they're like, no, I'm telling you, I'm taking you the shortcut route to your greatness, to the invention that you want to create. Do the meditation. Like, nah, that don't sound right. I'm gonna do it my way, right? And then you spend years and years and years doing whatever the hell you're trying to do, and it doesn't work out, right? Not to speak ill on your plans, but it doesn't work out the way that you want. And then you're like, why, God, why don't you ever listen to me? Why don't you ever help me? I prayed about this every day and you never. And your guides are looking like, as soon as you asked, we opened up a portal and you said no, you didn't want to do it our way, so we're letting you do it your way. And it's going to take longer. And so you're going to end right back into the position of, right, let me try it your way, Most High, universe, spirit guides. And then by that time, it might work out, right? If you take their route, it's going to work out. But by that time, you might be older, you might be more jaded. But like I said, I'm not trying to speak ill on your situation, but your guides are showing you the best way to do certain things. They're showing you the best way. And even the fact that you want to manifest something, like if you have it on your heart to manifest something that you desire, that desire is an inclination that you're supposed to receive that thing. Like, it's not an accident that you desire or want or yeah, that you want to manifest something specific, right? It's not an accident that you desire to manifest $1,000,000, $1,000,000,000, $1,000,000,000,000. That's confirmation actually that you're supposed to receive that million, billion, $1,000,000,000,000. And it might not be this lifetime, right, for some of us, but eventually during your course here on the earth realm, you're supposed to receive that million, billion, $1,000,000,000,000, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. However, if you are intelligent enough to say, hey, I want to manifest $1,000,000,000,000, right? And that portal opens up and your guides start guiding you through that portal. If you're smart enough to do that and follow all of the steps that they are guiding you through, you're going to receive that $1,000,000,000 in this lifetime, right? But the problem is that the reason why we take, it's not a problem, but the reason why we take multiple lifetimes to get to where we need to go or to get to our manifestations is because we have to learn the rules that I'm speaking of now. We have to learn how to be guided. We have to unlock our gifts. We have to surrender to the universe. We have to, weave our way, bob and weave our way through karmics and distractions and illusions and all these different things, right? That's the reason why it takes multiple lifetimes here, right? Because there's so many distractions, there's so many illusions that we have to bob and weave from. But literally the manifestation is right there. It's just convoluted. It's just convoluted by all these distractions and karmics and all this stuff, right? So yes, don't stop manifesting. If you already tried to manifest, if you're in the process of receiving a manifestation, like let's say, yeah, I want a hot body, right? And you're manifesting that through the action of going to the gym or doing more cardio or whatever the case is for you, right? Just because you're focusing on building that manifestation, don't stop there. Try to manifest something else. And then after you opened up a new portal for that, open up another portal. And then open up another portal and open up another portal and open up another portal. And you're moving through all of these portals at the same time. Don't be the type of person to where, oh, I want to manifest this thing first and then I'll manifest this thing. No, we are master magicians. We can manifest whatever we want, however we want, as many times as we want simultaneously. Once you open one portal, open another portal, and then open another portal, and then open another portal, and walk through all of them. Walk through all of them. And then before you know it, all of those timelines are going to aggregate like this, and you are going to be on top of the world, just like you wanted. All of them are going to come together. This is what we can do. We can do this. We have this ability. We have this ability. It's just a matter of realizing it and remembering it. That's it. That's it. Well, oh my God, throughout the whole video, I was super excited. I think our guides are very excited for us because we're making strides, we're making moves, we're making progress. It's feeling good. It's feeling great. Like they are so happy for us. I just heard mesmerized. They're mesmerized by us. Okay. They're so enthralled, mesmerized by our progress. It's amazing. All right. This is a very amazing time. All right. I just feel like the room just got brighter. Right. So yeah, that is the message for today. I hope you all enjoyed it and I hope you apply it to your life. And I have a lot of great videos on my YouTube channel talking about the foundation to get to this place, right? Like I said, we need to understand the importance and we need to embody and practice communication with our spirit guides at all times. All right. We need to create or at least remember, not create, but remember or tap into that connection with them that's already there. Okay. We need to practice tapping into it at all times. And that takes for us to be relaxed, in a relaxed state. Okay. We can't be too emotional in either direction. Right? Being balanced will allow us to constantly be able to tap into our spirit guides and allow them to guide us through this process so that we can literally be autopilot. So that we can be on autopilot and they can just tell us where to go, how to go, and when to go. And I have videos like that on my channel and I speak about healing, all right? Healing is very important in this journey. Healing is a foundation to opening up your spiritual gifts, to opening up your manifestation abilities, all of that stuff, all right? If you haven't healed, take that first step, all right? And you can still do it simultaneously because the healing it never stops, right? So you don't, like I said, open up if you open up one portal, you can still continue to open up portals. So if you've started your healing journey, that doesn't mean that you can't start your glow up journey or your entrepreneur journey or your this and your that journey, right? It can all happen simultaneously. However, that healing journey, right, addressing all of the trauma and triggers that you've collected throughout your existence thus far is very, very important. And there are so many videos out there on YouTube on how to heal. Okay, there's visualization, there's journaling, there's somatic healing, there's massage, there's just, I mean, there's so much out there, right? So you have the world at your fingertips. All right, there's no excuse anymore. The Most High is constantly answering our prayers. The universe is constantly mirroring back to us what we want and need to see. So we don't have an excuse anymore. All right, it is the end times. It's the end times, and this is there's a potent energy around. Like, the energy is very malleable. All right, the earth realm, it has always been malleable, right? Constantly mold the energy into what we want. But right now, it's an auspicious time, a very auspicious time. Okay, things are going in our favor. So right now is the time to go do what you want. Go do what you want. And that doesn't necessarily mean work hard. I'm talking about working smart. Work smart. You hear me? Use nature to your advantage. That's what I'm getting. Somebody needs to use nature to their advantage. Go out into nature. If nature is calling you, go. All right? Because sometimes just sitting on the grass looking up at the sky is the most important thing you need to do on that day. That's actually going to bring you closer to everything that you want more than you realize, more than like doing the physical labor that you think you need to do to get to where you want, right? So that is the message, and I'm going to leave it there. I love you all so very much. If you feel inclined to, please follow me on my other social media platforms, especially TikTok, because I do post the most on TikTok and I post first there. All right, and if you feel inclined to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, I'm posting fire videos almost every day on here, just like this one. All right, and it's all for you, for your benefit. So yeah, push that subscribe button, click on that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Love you all so very much. Creatrix out.